I just want to do a follow-up video on my corn grinder for all of my animals. Now previously I showed you where I did a Wondermill Junior in here, and I put a wheel on it and a motor. Now currently that apparatus is still functioning. However, it takes 20 minutes to grind one bag of corn. Now 150 pound bag of corn. So that's a lot of time, and frankly it's not really designed to do bulk feed. So what I've done is I've added another apparatus in here to our operation, just try to streamline it. Now this apparatus here, it does the 50 pound bag of corn in 7.5 minutes. So that's almost 3 times as fast as the Wondermill Junior. So I can show you here, remind you of my Wondermill Junior setup here, where I have my wheel, my motor, and coming down, it fits down into our tube here. Now this is my new unit that I have here. I've taken the front assembly apart to show you what it is. This is a Bravo 4 unit. It's on sale at Premier One. Is the only place I've been able to find this unit. Now there's a lot of, this tub here is plastic, as these legs are, and the unit here itself is plastic, but inside the motor, and it has these little weights on here. I forget what you call this. They do on that, but anyway, the corn comes down. I pour the corn in. I can adjust it. And I have a little adjustment here that I can use this little yellow valve here, and I can adjust the corn, the speed and the amount that I want in there. So once I adjust the corn, then it falls down into here, comes down into this, and then these pulverize it to a certain degree, and then once it gets small enough, it drops through this into my bucket that I have down there. Now with this unit here, it comes with an 8mm, a 6mm, and a 4mm. Currently I have a 6mm in there, and that makes good cracked corn, as I'll show you here later on in the video of it actually on operation. So I can pour this unit here. When I pour it, I can pour an entire 50 pound bag of feed into this, and it'll hold it. Now if you get this and you're doing corn like me, feeding for hogs, well, I opened the thing up full blast and it bogged the motor down, and so I realized I had to slow the rate down. So as I gradually opened it up, I found where my happy medium was, that it grinded the most corn in the least amount of time without putting a strain on the motor. So that's what you're looking at. So when you get it, and it doesn't work right initially, don't get all worried about it. I kind of got irritated there, because I was like, great, I just bought something, I've been waiting on it, anticipating speeding up my operation here, and then I get in here and it doesn't work. But that was kind of on me, so I kind of just bogged it down. It can only fit so much in here of that. Yeah. Now if you have smaller grains like wheat and barley and things like that, it should handle it easily. But the corn I'm using is that whole grain deer corn, and it's pretty tough stuff. So it's not unreasonable for it to have to get bogged down a little bit on full blast, wide open. So I just pack it down a little bit, and it does fine. And then I'll just mix my other essentials in here with it. This is the front cover of it that comes on here. Now you'll have three bolts when you put this on here, and what you do is to remove your like I said, 8, 6, or 4. This is a 6. It depends on the millimeter width of these here, of how this is 6mm. So then it's easily put in here. You're gonna have to finagle it in here a little bit and find your thing. But I start it like this, and then once I get it started on here and here, then it's totally set. Now I'm gonna put my cover back on. Now this cover again, okay, got it on there. Now it's got 3 screws. Now 2 of them are the same height, and one of them is a little bit longer than the other 2. Okay, so this one that's longer goes in your far right here. This is also your safety, so this won't run if this isn't installed. Okay, so it's a safety feature. It's a good feature, and they make sure these are tight. You don't have to super tight bear down on them, but they need to be snug. They need to be snugged down. So you put this in here, snug them down. This too, I tightened it up here, and again it didn't run, so once I tightened it up, the thing turned right on. So I can help your operation. Okay, stand by. We're going to show you the thing in operation. Okay, so we've showed you the initial setup. We showed you the advantages of this system. It's able to hold a whole 50-pound bag of corn. It's able to process that corn in 7.5 minutes. And we showed it to you in operation as well. So I think for $487, roughly $500, this is a good investment for us as far as time. As far as overall, I recommend it. I just recommend it to you because of the speed in which it operates, and it's easy to use. I pour the corn in, I turn it on, and it processes it. Hope this helps you guys. Have a good day.